September 1940. The Battle of Britain rages across the skies of Europe. Hundreds of German bombers roar across the English Channel while the Royal Air Force fights desperately to stop them. Britain stands alone, and the future of the war hangs in the balance. But then, something impossible appears in the skies. The F-22 Raptor. A fighter jet so advanced that to the pilots of World War II, it would seem less like a machine and more like alien technology. The question is simple. What would happen if modern F-22 Raptors fought the Luftwaffe during the Battle of Britain? The answer would be terrifying. The Luftwaffe's most dangerous fighters in 1940 were aircraft like the Messerschmitt Bf 109, fast for their time, deadly in dogfights and flown by experienced pilots. These planes could reach speeds of around 400 miles per hour and relied entirely on machine guns and cannons. The F-22, meanwhile, flies at over 1,500 miles per hour. It carries advanced missiles capable of destroying enemy aircraft from dozens of miles away. It uses stealth technology to avoid radar detection. Its sensors can track targets long before the enemy even realizes it exists. And that creates a horrifying reality for the Luftwaffe. Most German pilots would never even see the aircraft killing them. Imagine a formation of bombers crossing the channel. Everything seems normal. Pilots hear engine noise, radio chatter, the steady drone of warplanes filling the sky. Then suddenly, one bomber explodes. No warning, no visible enemy. A second bomber disappears in flames, then another. Panic spreads through the formation. Pilots scan the sky desperately searching for British fighters, but there's nothing there because the F-22 is attacking from far beyond visual range. In World War II, air combat depended almost entirely on eyesight. Pilots hunted for tiny dots in the distance and closed in for machine gun attacks. The concept of a fighter destroying enemies from miles away without ever being seen barely existed. To the Luftwaffe, the F-22 would seem supernatural. Even if German fighters managed to spot one, the situation would only get worse. The Raptor is faster than anything in the 1940s by an absurd margin. It climbs faster, accelerates faster, and turns with a level of agility that propeller aircraft simply cannot match. Its thrust vectoring engines allow maneuvers that would look impossible to World War II pilots. A Messerschmitt pilot trying to dogfight an F-22 would be like a knight on horseback trying to fight a modern tank. The outcome would barely even qualify as combat. Entire bomber formations could be wiped out before reaching British airspace. German fighter escorts would be destroyed almost immediately. The Luftwaffe's strategy during the Battle of Britain depended on overwhelming the RAF with numbers. But numbers stop mattering when the enemy can eliminate targets almost effortlessly. Within days, German losses would become catastrophic, and that could completely change World War II. If the Luftwaffe failed faster and harder than it did historically, Hitler's hopes of forcing Britain into surrender might collapse much earlier. Germany could lose air superiority permanently. Future bombing campaigns might never happen at the same scale. The psychological effect would be even more devastating. Imagine surviving pilots returning to base trying to explain what they saw. Aircraft exploding without warning. A jet faster than anything imaginable. A fighter that appeared and vanished almost instantly. Many German commanders might genuinely believe Britain had developed some secret wonder weapon decades ahead of its time. But despite all this power, the F-22 has one massive weakness. It was never designed for 1940. Modern stealth fighters require enormous maintenance, specialized fuel, advanced tools, computer systems, replacement parts that simply do not exist during World War II. Even if the Raptors dominated the skies at first, keeping them operational would become harder and harder over time. Every mission would wear them down, and eventually, without modern infrastructure, even the deadliest fighter on Earth could become grounded. Still, for however long they remained operational, the skies over Britain would belong entirely to the F-22 Raptor.